Think y'all might pull one out the draft though.
Nah, we
I
ain't
don't
got
think
the
y'all.
second.
I don't think y'all gonna go with a veteran. I think y'all gonna pull one out the draft.
We don't have the
Yep.
second amount of money to spend, the second most amount of money to spend this off season to try to build in the draft. We going after some key free agents this year.
Nah, I think y'all gonna go for the a draft pick or whatever because what the Atlanta Falcons has failed to do is establish them a franchise quarterback. And you can't do that with a veteran quarterback. So you're gonna have to do that with a kid you pull out the draft, establish them early. You might pull one of these free agents backup quarterbacks that might be all right to play behind that person y'all pull from the draft, but Atlanta Falcon has always failed to establish them a franchise quarterback.
Well,
And
I
that's what
disagree.
that's
I
what the
disagree.
eye that's what the eyes are on Atlanta to do. And then now I seen some article today they were talking about they were trying to pull a quarterback coach from the Seahawks. So if they're trying to pull a quarterback coach, you know damn well they're going to try to pull somebody from the draft.
Well, I disagree only because Barkowski
Thank you.
was a franchise quarterback, Matt Ryan, and they drafted Michael Vick to be that, which he had started down the path of being a franchise quarterback until the
I'll give
dogfight.
I'll give Vic I'll give Vic that, but Ryan, I won't give that to him.
Yeah, Ryan and Barkowski was franchise quarterbacks. Now, with that being said, I'll say this: you took Ritter in the third round. You passed up on Willis. You passed up on Malik Willis. You thought Desmond Ritter was your guy. You're not drafting another quarterback to have these young quarterbacks on the roster like that. And when you talk about a franchise quarterback and a veteran, the fact that
Thank you.
Lamar Jackson is only, what, 4 years in the league? Lamar Jackson is still young. Lamar Jackson can still come and put 7 to 10 years in at Atlanta and take that franchise to a new height. Mark my words. Y'all know what I say. Check my receipts. Lamar Jackson will be an Atlanta Falcon this coming season.
Now, I do want to say this. The Falcons drafted their supposed to be franchise quarterback last year in Ripper. They just brought in Mariota to help Riddler with the transition and to ease him in. Everybody knew Mariota was going to be here 2 years max.
Mm-hmm.
Riddler is the future. Unless you bring in a veteran quarterback such as a Lamar Jackson, who is going to start right off the rip,
On top.
you still got, guess what? You got 3 years on that rookie contract plus the option year to control his money. So you can keep Riddler, i.e., backup quarterback, on the roster for 4 years. Why are you going to draft another quarterback?
Yeah, you're not drafting a quarterback. You're going after a veteran.
And then on top of that, look at the roster. You can cut Mariota and re-sign him for a whole lot less.
A whole lot less.
And you still got Felipe Franks on the roster.
Who's going to be an emergency quarterback because he's
Yeah.
going to play a tight end role.
Yeah. But the only reason he played tight end is because Kyle Pitts got hurt.
Kyle Pitts got hurt. But
Other than that,
well, before the season, he was because he knew once they drafted Ritter and brought in Mariota, he knew his time at quarterback was done. So I can see the move. But here's my thing: what I say, the reason why I feel Lamar Jackson will be a Falcon. Look at the core. Number one, the Atlanta Falcon got the best offensive guard in Lindstrom in the NFL. Atlanta Falcons got a stud tight end in Kyle Pitts. You got a stud receiver in Drake London. You got a young cornerback that's top of his game in AJ Terrell. You have Tyler Algier, who came in as a fourth, fifth rounder and put up impressive numbers. Why not bring in a Lamar Jackson where he's going to look at this type talent? You think about Mariota and the things he did where he revamped his career behind that offensive line, able to scramble and run around a lot. What do you think Lamar Jackson going to be able to do?
Well, I'm just showing the Falcon roster right now. My thing is, here's my thing with the Falcons. Everybody's so caught up in quarterback right now. As far as I'm concerned, I'm good at quarterback because week to week, Riddler showed progress. He showed growth week by week. Fix that pass rush, man.
Yeah, that's where you at. That's why I say go after a quarterback and Lamar Jackson and free agents.
Mm-hmm.
And you spend your entire draft, at least the first 4 rounds, on nothing but defense
Defense.
picks.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. If you do not get a veteran receiver that still has at least 4 years in front of him, you're going to draft a receiver to go along with Drake and Cal Pitt because them other receivers you got right now on the roster, Bird, okay, Darby, Zacchaeus, Hodge, the only one that can take the top off along with Drake London is Zacchaeus. Other than that, man, you really got possession receiver. Go get another receiver, dog. We need another receiver to go along. We get another young receiver to go along with Drake and Kyle Pitts and Riddler. Dude, that's a young ass core because you straight at running back in the future. But yeah, they got to go defense, man. Them first 2 rounds, they got to pull defense the first 2 rounds and then come back and get offense. Man, did my audio go out?
I can hear you. I think Yo just
I
dropped
need some.
off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I need some defense though. Yeah, he did drop off. I need some defense to come in. Help
Yeah,
Grady. Help Grady
yeah.
so we can keep him.
I still don't understand how they got rid of Fourier to Jacksonville.
Money. He wanted too much money in Falcon and the regime at the time didn't want to pay him. But you gotta figure out what you're gonna do with Carter. In my mind, I think Carter earned he earned another year deal, another 1 year deal. Lorenzo Carter did. Pay Lorenzo Carter, get that pass, get that front seven squared away and put somebody else on the back end in that secondary to help AJ Terrell. Cause if you're gonna go offense, yeah, we know we got a guard issue to fix. We know we got a guard issue to fix on that offensive line. We know we got to fix that.
What
Now you
side?
could,
Left side?
The right side
well,
guard is
no,
solid.
right, no, that guard, the left side guard, the guard that's next to Matthews. Here's my thing: draft another offensive tackle, push Matthews down the guard, and keep moving. People don't want to talk about that because you can push Matthews down the guard and bring in a new tackle. Because what I want to say is Caleb McGarry that's going to get Caleb McGarry got to go. Somebody on that right side got to, I forget which one it is. Is it Caleb McGarry or Chris Lindstrom? One of them on that right side got to go. I want to say McGarry.
McGarry, he playing the
Yeah,
tackle and
yeah,
he's garbage. Now Lindstrom
yeah,
was a Pro Bowler. Like he's
yeah.
top. He's top. He's the best offensive guard in the league.
Yeah, we solid there, but we know that left guard spot is jacked up. Hell, you could bring in a brand new tackle and move Jake over to right if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, Jake is getting up in age, so bringing in a left tackle will be good, and just moving Jake over to right,
Hmm.
that makes sense.
But yeah, like I say, but knowing them, they're probably gonna take knowing the Falcons regime. They're probably gonna take the best athlete
Don't
on
say it,
board.
bro. Don't say it, bro. Don't say it. Don't put it on us like that.
Don't put it like that.
Yeah, we know what might happen, but we ain't gonna speak that in existence.
Okay. Because I'm a Falcons fan, so I got to be real. I got to have my expectations to be real.
For sure.
So
For sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if something dumb happened. And we sitting there scratching our head like, what
What in the
the
world?
heck? Hmm.
It always happen every draft.
Hey baby. We know you're not a Falcon fan, so can the Falcon people talk about us?
You see, I've been quiet. I'm letting y'all talk.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, you had to throw that. We know that, baby.
Y'all falcon something up real quick.
We do stuff like that. But Lord have mercy. We try to change over we could turn it over a new leaf, as they say.
But the good thing is we can be a player in free agency now.
Oh yeah,
That's a
definitely.
good thing. That's a good
That
thing.
that hadn't been the trade of Atlanta in at least 15 years. Hadn't been
But
able to go after no free agents.
I can say if y'all get y'all somebody like Michael Parsons or something, then your defense just got went from a B minus to an A+. If y'all add somebody like that for pass rushing.
Well, here's my thing. There's a free agent who's kind of up in age, but he still hold his own, who will not be signed back by his team that I would love to be in our organization, and that's Jalen Ramsey. If we can get Lamar Jackson and Jalen Ramsey, everything else in the draft we'll cover.
All right. So let's get one thing straight. All right. So these are the current free agent quarterbacks right now. All right. That's on the screen. Current free agent quarterbacks right now. The only one on that list that really, oh man, I really want him is Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Unless you're gonna roll the dice on Daniel Jones.
We got one of our fans in the comments, the Murray guy. He made some comments.
What he
Y'all
say?
Falcon fans.
Shop Tyrone Smith or cut him from Dallas. He still can play. Hold on. Jeff Murray, where they gonna get what from? What are you referring to?
He's speaking of when she said the Parsons type player.
Oh, Michael Parsons.
Yeah. Now
I
I
mean,
guess Tyrone Smith from Dallas, he's saying they're gonna shop him or cut him from Dallas. But I'm just gonna say this right here, Mr. Murray. And I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna be politically correct with this. I'm going back to my Vineville, Georgia days. Ain't nothing in Dallas we want in Atlanta, bruh. Okay.
That was just an example. That was just an example.
Don't make no example about no Cowgirls coming to no Atlanta Falcons. If it's anything dealing with the New Orleans Aints, the Tampa Bay Sucks, or them Dallas Cowgirls, leave them where they at.
Look, and then they'll be trailing us again another season because they hate us so much.
Oh, now he did make a valid point about Brissett. Brissett has been overlooked his entire career. Reason why I don't think Tom Brady is the GOAT. When his injury and Brissett stepped in that Bill Belichick scheme, Brissett looked like a stud. His years in Indianapolis, he looked like a stud. He even played a year or two in either Cleveland or Green Bay. Thirsty, if you can help me out there, and looked like a stud. So I'm good with Brissett.
Man, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I'm looking at this list of free agent receivers. Boy.
Bro, I'm okay with the receiving core. We're not top notch. Don't get me wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Draft a rookie, man. Bring a rookie in.
Bring a rookie in with that little core you got. Let Lamar Jackson get the feel of these guys and let them grow together, man. Let them become a potent offense together.
All right, let's see what we got out there on the defense, on the edge rushers out there on defense. Let's see what we got. Oh, still low. Okay. So what we're looking at now, defensive edge rushers. this is what's up on the screen right now. Definitely don't want Devontae Clown. Just definitely don't want Clowney nowhere near the city. That dude can't stay healthy.
That's his knock. I mean, the David Clowney coming out, you thought was a definite Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
You know, the injury bug just.
and which my problem, and then with Robert Quinn and Brandon Graham, man, they old. I don't even see them playing a full season, making it through a full season.
Right.
I'd like to see the kid out of Warner Robins go to a different team because he just haven't had enough of an opportunity with the Saints. And I
Mm.
think if he got to a team where he's given the opportunity because he's made plays every time he's played. So I think if he got with a team where he can be a one or two receiver, I think he would do very well.
Man, shout out Marquez Callaway,
Oh,
man. Good kid,
Murray.
explosive.
Yeah, I just want to
Uh,
say something real fast to Mr. Murray. Uh, Lamar's an unrestricted free agent. He can do whatever he want. We ain't got to give up nothing
whatever
for
he
him.
want to
We
do.
ain't got to give up nothing.
And let's not forget that Baltimore offered him almost 150 million guaranteed or something stupid like that, and he turned it down. So he definitely won't be playing in Baltimore next year.
But they didn't want to get well. See,
You
the
let these
issue.
Washington fans tell it up here. They think they're gonna grab him.
See, my thing is, man, ain't nobody trying to go to Washington and play for them right now. Not with the turmoil they got going on in the front office. But
You talking about that lawsuit?
man, the owner's about to lose that team altogether. Yeah, the owner about to lose that team altogether.
So if y'all don't mind getting off the NFL for a minute,
Okay.
I just wanted to shout out all the kids on last week on the signing day. I wasn't on last show. Man, big ups to all the kids, the parents, the coaches, and all that pushed those kids through and got them
Congrats.
into college, man.
For sure.
Congrats. And make sure that you are getting these local scholarships. It don't matter if you got a full ride somewhere. Still apply for these scholarships because that's money in your pocket, especially if you're away from home. That money kicks back out to you in your pockets
There you
if
go.
all your school is taken care of.
You
I
better
told my
listen to
son
what
that,
she's
and he's enjoying every little penny he gets kicked back
saying.
because he filled out scholarships, won scholarships, even though college was taken care of for him, and that money goes in his pocket. So kids, be smart about it. Still apply for these scholarships, even if you think you're not going to get it. You never know, because sometimes most of these scholarships, especially in local areas, kids don't fill them out. They don't apply for them.
Yeah,
And so what happens when they don't apply for it? They got a $5,000 scholarship or a $10,000 scholarship, and nobody applies for it. The person that decides to apply for it and gets it get all that money to themselves.
all
They
of
don't
it.
have to split it up. And that's what
Yep.
happened to my son on one of the scholarships. So be smart. Apply for everything, even if you feel like you may not get it. Apply anyways.
Word to the wise. Well, y'all know my thing. Super Bowl is next week. Well, a couple of days.
It's Sunday, baby. Not no
Yeah,
next week.
couple of days, and that's the last football game of the year. I then go into withdrawals. And I must admit, I personally grew up an NFL fan. I have gotten away from the NFL now. I'm more so a college football and high school football. You give me Friday night over anything right now. I take high school football over anything that's being done. But
What?
yes,
What? What are
yes,
you talking about? No, we
yes.
got the USFL on coming up in April.
Oh yeah. And
Hey,
there's some studs out there too.
okay, I'm not nothing against the USFL, but that's like me having one of them dolls in the closet and bragging about it, man. That ain't the real thing, bro. Let's just be real. And they got some
Well,
qualified dolls out there now. But it ain't the real thing.
I just had to throw that out there because that was too funny not to hold in.
Good job, Antonio. He said his son is reaping those additional scholarship benefits too.
Good
Exactly.
job.
Good job.
But yeah, some of them, I mean, you're right, Antonio. Some of them do play good ball, but some of them be like, "Whoa, what the heck is going on here?"
Yeah, they got some studs out there. Some that'll probably, get an opportunity to make it to a practice squad.
Now, one thing I would like to address about some high school football that hadn't been talked about. Have we ever addressed the elephant in the room that's going on in the great Peach County, Georgia right now?
What elephant in the room?
What elephant?
I'm talking about the quarterback
The
situation.
quarterback situation.
Man, nobody
I
talking
think
about
it
that
was
until
brought
the
up.
sunlight.
I thought it was brought up, but it wasn't confirmed at the time that it was brought up.
I mean, that's on y'all. If y'all gonna talk about it, y'all can talk about it.
It's not an
Well,
elephant in the room to me. I just feel like I think it was a bad move. For the person, I think had he stayed and competed, I think he would have had the opportunity to be the starter because he knows the team. So
Okay, I got a question real fast. What are y'all talking about? Because if somebody tuning in, they ain't got no clue what you're talking about.
okay.
Y'all talking in code.
So the current Peach County quarterback, we call him Sunshine, Coach Jen, has transferred to Perry High School because the incoming, well, I say this as speculation, the incoming defensive coordinator that came from Northside High School, son, also is a quarterback. And I guess the competition of competing for the starting spot was an issue. And so he transferred to a school across the county to ensure that he would have an opportunity to play and start his senior year.
Okay, now everybody understand what we're talking about. For those that's been living under a rock.
Okay.
So,
My take on this. All right. Number one, I'll address the Peach County side. If anybody know and have followed us throughout this podcast, everybody know who we cheer for. Mike being Cedar Grove, our little sister Shakira being Thomasville, we being Peach. I'm Peach County through and through. There is no reason Coach again should have to compete for the starter position at Peach County. I don't care
Exactly.
who came in. He
now,
should have already went into the season being your starting quarterback.
Exactly.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate on that. Here's my thing. I like Sunshine. I do. But I would have put it out there to the team that it's a quarterback competition. But in my mind, he's my starter. I just can't say it, and I'm not gonna say it until the season comes around because I need for him to put that work in.
You're right, Mike. You're
I
right.
need to see how he's gonna do against adversity.
Okay.
I need to see how he's gonna push himself
That's
through
any
drills
that's
in the
that's
weight
any
room.
normal program, bro. And I agree with you. I agree with you on that. But the backstory behind Coach again rise to stardom, rise to the fact of being a starter is your quarterback, EJ Colson,
Mm-hmm.
our QB1 from a couple of years ago. This kid sat patiently behind both of them and played his role. Coach again was a year ahead of EJ Colson. Yet and still, Coach again stayed there playing quarterback. He have put his time in. He have sat behind. He have fought behind two other quarterbacks, earned the starting role, played well. Division I prospect. I just don't see no reason to even doubt what he has done for the program to say, oh, we're going to have a quarterback competition.
I wonder how that came about, anyways. I mean, I'm kind of curious to know what prompted to do the whole move? Like, was there something that was said to ensure that
It
he
had to
had
be.
to do this move?
I doubt
It
it.
had
I
to be. It
mean,
had to
no,
be. Something
Because
had to
no.
be said.
because nobody picks their kid up and take them, especially their senior year, and take them to a whole nother school. You talking about a whole nother program.
Yeah,
Something had to be said or done for them to make that move. I
I
just
doubt
don't
it,
see
babe.
them making that move like prematurely
I
just
do.
because they're speculating, the
Hmm.
competition or who the competition is.
It could be a
That's my
combination of
whole
both.
thing.
It could be a
No,
combination of both speculation and they think they heard something when what they really didn't hear.
yeah, and that's the main thing that I was gonna say. She said, took the word right out of my mouth. It was, they jumped the gun. It was just okay. This coach coming in, he's bringing his son. We don't went through this time after time and fought to get to this spot. I don't see having to go through this again. I think they just jumped the gun. Now, that's me personally. I don't know any facts behind that. That's just my personal opinion. But here's my thing. It's not a clear-cut favorite of getting the starting job at Perry also.
Exactly. So I mean, you had a better chance staying at home and finish out your senior year there
That's
as a
why
starter. I
that's
mean, I just didn't. When I heard it, I just couldn't. I wanted to say, like, did something prompt that move? Like, what happened? And I didn't know any of that. So I just thought it was such a bad move because, that kid earned where he is right now. And
yes,
I feel like if he competed on any given day, he's going to earn it
he's
again.
gonna earn it again.
Well,
And if you
y'all
know the
already know.
kid, if you ever meet the kid, Shan, I'm sure you have thirst. If you ever meet the kid, man, the humblest kid you'll ever meet, man. Family, his dad, all, I have nothing bad to say about them. Um, like I said, my thing is, I think you jumped the gun. I won't make a mention or say if I think it was a bad move or not, because I always stand on, if my son is not being treated fairly, and I stand on this again. If Coach again was told, hey, it's gonna be an open quarterback competition, that wasn't fair to him. Then you're gonna do what's best for your son.
But
Absolutely.
but that's the
Yeah.
thing. But see, that's my thing, dog. Y'all got a brand new coach coming in trying to evaluate players and trying to see who he has and what he has. He don't know. He ain't gonna know
I,
until spring come
I
around.
that may be the truth in the Metro Atlanta area. Shan can kind of agree with me on this, and I know a lot of listeners from the Middle Georgia and South Georgia areas can tell you.
Hmm.
Coach come from Warner Robins, Georgia.
Okay.
Coach defensive coordinator
Across the,
and son come from Northside of
right
Warner
across the
Robins.
county line.
Coming to
Dog,
Peach County, I guarantee you,
dog. This
every
ain't
coach
last.
on that staff that's
This
coming
ain't
in,
last
bro,
year's team. This ain't
co-
last year's team. This
bro,
ain't last year's
every
team.
coach on that staff coming in knows everything about Peach County program, Perry program, Warner Robins, Northside. That is just what it is in these small town areas. These coaches are friends. These coaches know each other. These coaches watch kids. A lot of these kids have played rec ball and AAU ball and stuff together throughout coming up to high school levels. They are aware of these kids and know what's going on in each other's program.
Hmm. Well, I'm not buying what you're selling right now, Rufus.
I heard that. I can tell you one
Oh,
thing. Let me ask
what's
you
that?
something. Coach
Okay.
John Adams, and this is a hypothetical speaking. I don't want to put nothing out and people start assuming that we're making some statement here.
All right. This is
Co-
hypothetical.
Coach John Adams get offered a job at the
Let's say
great,
Grayson.
no, Langston Hughes.
Okay.
And although GHSA rule, your quarterback cannot follow your head coach. But let's
Correct.
say QB1 at Cedar Grove decide he's going to go to Langston Hughes before Coach John Adams made that announcement. So therefore, it is a bona fide move.
Yeah.
Do you think Coach
Loophole in the
John
system.
Adams is going to go into Langston Hughes and say, I got QB1 from Cedar Grove and I got Al Prentice Nolan, and it's going to be an open quarterback competition? Everything Prentice knows that's done at Langston Hughes.
Dog, look. You know what though? I'm gonna be honest. This is just me. I think he would bring them both in the room. He got to, because he got to bring them both in the room and sit them down and talk to both of them at the same time. Aaron Nolan, I know what you got. I know what you can do, and I know this is your team. But this kid here, he can ball too. So I'm letting y'all know now. Put your best foot forward, and the best man gonna start. Now, in my mind, I already know Aaron Nolan gonna start unless he do something to lose it in spring and summer and at the start of fall practice. That's just me. I think that what Coach Adams gonna tell him
I think at best they should have at
because
least waited till after spring
you ain't gonna
because
sit, man. You ain't
because
gonna sit Aaron Nolan down.
because the spring is evaluation everybody, so you would have got to see both quarterbacks in
Exactly.
action. I
Exactly.
think at best they should at least waited till after spring
My
because
thing,
if I don't see that I'm that I'm being competed against strongly, then okay, there's no need for me to move.
Well,
But
here's my
you jump and go and do a move, and I think one of our listeners said he ain't buying it either. He said I might be wrong, but I don't think he wants to compete. Competition is fair.
well.
What's up, J-Bo?
yeah, and
But yeah,
Jimbo
I
was
mean, it's
good.
looking at it, it's just like, come on, you got.
But see, that I see a lot of people, and I don't mean to interrupt you, babe. You know that's my thing, though. I hear a lot of people saying Ginn didn't want to compete, and you got to know the kid personally. The
I
kid
can't buy
has
that.
competed his
I
entire
can't buy that
career.
one. I
He
can't buy
Yeah,
that.
did
he competed the whole time he was
the
here.
whole time he was there.
And here's my thing. Here's another side to this story. On what y'all saying. Coaches know everybody now. Know everybody down in Middle Georgia. All right, cool. My thing is, I know Sunshine is gonna have to learn a new system, right? But here's the thing: a good coach would have sat that kid down with their incoming quarterback and say, "Hey, give me the plays that y'all like from your previous playbook, because I'm installing my system, or my OC is gonna install their system. We need to know what plays you like. Draw them out for me, draw them up for me, and give them to me so I can give them to the OC. So
Okay.
I'm bringing some of your playbook. We're gonna combine it with the OC's playbook, and we're gonna run with it from there. When practice come around, i.e., spring, Sunshine, run your favorite play. Incoming QB, run your favorite play. Let's see who got what.
Okay.
That should
That
have been a conversation that should have been had,
I respect that, and I can see that. If I'm head
or
coach,
something to that
Yeah.
effect.
if I'm head coach, here's my whole thing. Okay, Peach County tradition and winning, second round exit last year.
Be
No
right back,
excuses.
guys.
Okay, babe. No excuses, but second round exit should have been further due to some injuries and things. I say
Oh,
personally, but we're not speaking on that.
okay.
Okay, we know that this team has a tradition in winning. This is what they do. All right. If
Hey, can,
I'm the head
can I
coach,
throw something in there real fast?
go right ahead, bro.
Weak region. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Now, like I said, if I'm head coach and I know I'm coming into a program where I got a junior who's going to be a rising senior who started um, a year and a half for this team and has taken them and done some great things, all region player,
Yeah,
outstanding numbers, Division One
hmm
prospect, that type stuff.
yeah.
You going in my day one starter. I got all spring. I got all summer, all season workouts. I got all preseason. I got all this time to evaluate my team. I do
hmm
not bring in another quarterback talking about controversy and quarterback competition. You, my day one starter. You been here. This your program. I'm gonna allow you to handle it. And if I don't see, or if I see he being outperformed by incoming, then I make that move.
I
But
mean, you can
I
approach it
don't.
that way. You can approach it that way. My only thing is though, at some point through through the coaching change and transition and incoming players, whatever you want to call it, you got to sit them two down and have a conversation with them two together, face to face. Look, You QB1. This is your team. They trust you, Sunshine. All right. You are the general for these guys that are here right now. You are incoming. You are a change. Talking to who the new incoming QB. You're the change. You're the X factor. But somewhere along the line, you gotta have that conversation. He done dropped off. He done left me alone. Oh well. But so those of y'all that are listening, talk to me. You gotta have that conversation somewhere along the line. If y'all think I'm right, say I'm right. If you think I'm wrong, tell me why you think I'm wrong. But you gotta have that conversation somewhere along the way with those two players. Me personally, I wouldn't designate a QB1. I'm just gonna leave it up to an open competition because I want both guys to push each other. Because if I say that one is the starter right off the rip, the other one is going to get discouraged and might want to walk away, or vice versa. So that's why I say leave it up to an open competition. I'm not naming a starter right now until fall practice comes around because I need for them two guys to push each other. Now, I will encourage them. Y'all need to work together because at the end of the day, you two going to be the ones to lead this team to help us achieve our goal. But I just can't, me personally, I just can't designate a QB1 here and a QB1 there. I just can't do it off the rip as a new incoming coach, trying to learn my personnel to make sure that they're going to fit the system that I want to run. That's just me. So I'm asking you guys for your inputs on this. J-Bo, Mr. Odoms, let me know what y'all think, man. Mr. Murray, if you're still on, let me know what y'all think. Because like I say, I just can't run with it off the rip. Designate a QB1 and discourage somebody else from performing. All right, there you
All
go.
right, bro.
But,
Nah, I
but
heard
yeah,
you.
man, I
I
just
heard
can't
you.
do.
I was backstage. I heard you.
Yeah, I just can't just. That's just me personally. I don't want to. I ain't trying to discourage nobody. I want them to compete regardless
Okay,
because
okay,
they're
but
gonna push each other.
here's the thing, and I seen Tick put in the comments. Shouldn't the best one start? Shouldn't the best player start? Okay, I mean, these are kids. You got to understand, number one, and
Yeah, I already know
you
the
got
answer to that question.
parents. You got parents with pride and all of that also. Okay, number one, the QB1 or former QB1 is the upperclassman. He's the
Mm-hmm.
upperclassman. That's number one. Number two, the QB that's coming in, father is on the coaching staff. So you ain't
Mm-hmm.
finna run him off nowhere. He there.
Okay.
He
Okay.
there. Number three, if you say the best should start, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's take all the BS out and be real about everything. You tell me if QB1 and the quarterback move in have a competition and your father is a coordinator, who do you think they're going to look at to say is the best?
Devil's advocate on this one.
Let me hear.
Flip. All right. We had the same. Y'all had the same situation happen during the season. Y'all made a quarterback change mid-season for
Well,
whatever reason. Y'all decided to make a quarterback change mid-season. You
no,
pulled Sunshine and you started the other kid.
no. Let me just. I know that's what it looked like on paper, but actually, in all actuality, the substitution at quarterback was actually the best option at that time.
But I'm getting.
He. That's how. Gann got his start. Not last season, but the following season, his sophomore season. He was in a car accident, and
I don't even know all that. I don't even know
yeah.
all that. I'm talking about last year.
No, that's what I'm telling you. He had ligament damage in his thumb. He couldn't
Okay,
grip the ball. Go back and look at our fourth
that's
game of the
fine.
year against
That's
Perry.
fine. I'm just getting to a point though. That was put up in the comments as for the best man to start. My thing that I was getting at was quarterback change for whatever reason. And that what was it? 1 or 2 games y'all started at QB2?
No, he only started
One
one
game.
game. Yeah.
Okay, fine. 1 game.
And when he
Everybody.
started that game again, that was against a fast flying to the ball defense that his running ability would have gave us a better chance of winning.
You
But
gonna let me make my point?
go ahead, bro. You know I
Okay.
interrupt now. Go
I
ahead.
know you do. I know you do. My point is, we know QB2 was not the best man to start at that position. At the end of the day, the best overall player to start at quarterback was Sunshine.
No, no,
For
no,
the, you gonna say no?
no,
I'm not talking that one particular game. I'm
no.
saying in
I'm
general.
talking about
Okay.
for the season.
How you figure that?
QB2 was the better quarterback.
In what aspect? Running? That was it.
No, that kid can spin the ball too. If you go back and look at his sophomore year,
Mm-hmm. Matter of
that kid
fact,
can
while we
spin the
speaking of
ball.
him, matter of fact, question: is he still there?
No, he graduated this year. He'll be going to the
Oh,
next
okay,
level.
okay.
But
So he
here's
was
the
a senior.
thing with that situation. He gave a better chance playing safety with Ginn being the quarterback than him being the quarterback, Ginn being the backup, and we got another kid at safety. If you understand what I'm saying. Ginn's drop off from Christian Martin to Coulter Ginn drop off was not that big. It was not that much difference versus Christian Martin being our starting strong safety and the next guy behind him being a strong safety. So he gave us the best option of moving over to defense playing safety, which allowed us to use Coach again and for him to shine. Christian Martin could have easily, without having the ligament damage in his thumb, Christian Martin could have easily led us second, third round. And he was one of the kids that had a concussion that missed our last game of the season in the second round of the playoff, which made a big difference also. So I say
Okay.
all of that to say Christian Martin was at that time, me personally, and being out there practicing, watching the kids practice and around the team, he really did give us a better chance of winning over
Playing
quarterback. But
Hmm.
we had no depth in the safety position, and that's why he moved to safety. And we still didn't drop off. If we would have left Christian at quarterback, we'd have took 3 steps back at the safety position. Where Christian going to safety and Ginn playing quarterback, we only took a half step back.
Okay. I know from the games I saw, and like I say, I didn't see any live games this year. I'm just watching on the network. To me, Sunshine had better velocity on the ball. Granted, I already know what you're gonna say: thumb injury, ligament damage, couldn't grip the ball. Okay, but in my mind, and from what I saw, Ginn had better velocity on the ball, putting the ball in good spaces to be in good spots to be caught. Receivers just didn't make a lot of plays for him. Now with that other quarterback, granted, okay, you're saying he had a thumb injury, ligament damage, cool, I get it. A lot of soft balls coming to receivers, a lot of soft balls that are easy to catch. Granted, he's a dual threat, whereas Ginn is a pocket passer by nature. But from what I saw as an outsider, Ginn gave y'all the better. Ginn was better in the passing game than your QB2.
And that's the point that I was trying to make, bro. You got to go back and look at that kid's sophomore year before the injuries. Now, granted, I told you, if he started his sophomore year, came in his junior year and started, he beat out Colson and Ginn that year. And he had the end car accident after the 5th week, and Ginn took over.
Yeah.
Now, that kid can throw that ball just as well as Coulter Ginn. And he added the mobile aspect to the game, which I told you, it was only a half a step. He can throw the ball just as well as Ginn. and he had the ability to run. So that's why he was a step better, half a step better to me than Ginn.
All right.
You didn't see that last year in games that he came in because, again, he was dealing with an injury. So we had to make that move. And also, we didn't know that injury was as severe as it was until he got to start in week 4. And if you go back and look at that game, all you saw him doing was floating that ball out there and pulling it down running. But the kid is a talent. He's actually going to be playing some DB on the next level. So it was good that he did get that experience.
No, I ain't taking nothing away from QB2 by no means am I trying to take anything away from QB2. I'm just saying I'm just giving my opinion based off of what I saw throughout the season last year. I'm not going past last year. I'm just sticking with last year because that's what's fresh in my mind.
Okay.
You know, the year before, I remember some of it, but it's a little fuzzy. I don't had a lot of alcohol since then, so it's a little fuzzy.
It's
But
a
I'm
little
just going off.
fuzzy to you, bro.
Yeah, I'm just going off of last season. You know, so but like I say, I like the kid, Sunshine. It sucked that he didn't, you know, for whatever reason he decided to leave. It kind of sucked because I think it would have helped him and the incoming quarterback.
Exactly. And that's the
That's
thing. My whole thing
yeah.
was, you know, he going in as day one starter. He started the season. He go on to the next level next year. The quarterback coming in, now he has it for, I think he'll be a rising junior, so he would have been able to get it his senior year. So that's the way I would have done it as a coach.
Yeah, and then on top of that too, he would have been able to build a relationship
with the kid. Yep.
Yeah, with the receivers and the backs, get that timing down, get their hands conditioned to catch his ball because he throws a fastball. He got a quick release, and that's why I like him. He got a good throwing motion and a quick release. So, I hate that y'all gonna miss that this spring and off season. Hopefully somebody comes in, somebody's there to challenge that incoming quarterback.
Well, I don't know what the aspect of that side is as far as the backup, because that's something I can tell you for the last 18 years I know of, we ain't never had to worry about that. It was just the next man up at that quarterback position. We had them on the next level in the middle school, knowing they was coming over. Now we do got a couple of kids over at the middle school that can spin the ball. I don't know how that's going to go out as far as coming over to varsity, being the backups or whatever. But it's a bad thing for Peach County. And to any Peach County fans that's listening, I've been hearing a lot of us saying things like they glad Ginn gone and a better quarterback coming in and all of that. Man, y'all stop that, man. Y'all stop that. Stop that.
Sunshine was not a bad quarterback.
Talent. Yes, he's a special talent. Stop that. Yeah. Stop talking about this kid like he wasn't that, because he was. And I don't know much about the kid that's coming in. I'm a Trojan through and through, bleed this. So you better believe I'll be on that sideline rooting just as hard for him as I would have been if it was Ginn.
Well, sure. I know one thing. I'm going to say this for Cedar Grove. I'm glad we got a backup quarterback coming in. But we sure didn't have one on the roster last year.
Yeah, but no. And that's a painful thing to think of, man. We went into the second round of the playoff. One of our studs, considering Martin went down with the concussion, and then our emergency quarterback who played quarterback, he's just an athlete who can pretty much do anything on the field, and Isaiah Mitchell, he also went down with the concussion. So you got two of your top players out, that could have played the quarterback position. If anything would have happened to Ginn in that game, man, and that's what I feel like we're going into next year with. You're gonna have your QB1, but anything after that, you facing some issues.
You don't even understand the pain. Yeah. Every game, Cedar Grove
You're holding your breath, bro.
Bro, we holding our breath every time he took and ran that thing. Every time we see him trying to run somebody over the goal line, why? Don't do it. Reconsider. Read some literature.
Reads a little, and then the thing about QB1 now that's coming in is, if you remember last year, they went up to North Cobb, maybe, or one of those schools up there in the Cobb area, and played, and that kid broke his leg.
Huh?
So yeah,
So who? Hold on.
the kid that's moving in, coming from Northside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. This was preseason. This was, I don't even think it was the first game of the season or something.
Yeah.
So
Man, trust and believe. Every game, we seen him tuck and run. We seen QB1 tuck and run. No. No. Okay, good. He got up. He didn't get
He
up,
got
but we
up.
holding. But he didn't get up. We holding our breath. Oh Lord, how serious is it? Especially when he hurt his shoulder, because our QB1 had a bad shoulder throughout the season until we got into the playoffs. It finally got better. Man,
What's
we
good?
were like,
I guess that EP. I think that EP. What's good with you?
yeah, 'cause man, we sure was holding our breath. But is he playing today? Is he playing? Is he gonna play this weekend? 'Cause man, whew. 'Cause
Hey,
I
too.
last few games with region games.
Yeah,
Is he
the
playing?
ones
Is he
that
playing?
count.
Is he playing? Yeah, exactly, the one that counted. Is he playing? Is he playing? Man, we on our breath week by week, going through
Yeah,
on for 3 weeks straight.
yeah,
Glad we had an off weekend there.
yeah.
But
Tick, I know our middle school played. I think it was Appling, which is on the north side of town. I know you north side big, so I know you saw 'em, man. Yeah, we do got a lot of athletes coming over from that middle school. But let's be real. Anybody that don't play the game, been around the game, coached the game, it's a big step coming from middle school ball into that varsity ball. It's a big
but
step.
let me talk. Hold on. Let me have a conversation with Mr. Odom. Mr. Odom, you do not understand how bad we was tweaking during that state championship game. We seen them on the sideline getting worked on. Man, why they got the camera right in front of them?
Right.
Why they got the camera on them? The good thing was halftime came, and he was able to go in halftime and get straight and come back. But that
Hey, what's your
second half,
definition of straight?
hey, tape this thing up as tight as you can so it don't
Oh,
move.
okay. Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought y'all was on that NFL level.
Nah. Tape this thing up as tight. Man, you know we ain't got that kind of money, and we ain't got them kind of trainers. You seen how long it took for the trainers to get for the coaching staff to get out there? But hell, Sandy Creek trainer got out there before us.
Before y'all did.
Yeah. But the thing is, tape it up as tight as you can, so I can't move it. I deal with it after the game. That boy, and when I say that boy played hard that second half, it wasn't them was straight hard that second half.
They did.
Them was straight hard that second half. But man, yeah, it was crazy. Cause Mr. Odom, we was sitting right on the 50-yard line and the lowest on the on their side, so we see what's going on. We see how he walking, what they doing to him over there on the training table. Man, get the camera off on him. Reporter lady sitting right there. Man, get the camera off on him. Why y'all ain't got to keep putting them on the big screen in the stadium? But yeah, we were like, man, because if he didn't come back in, it was gonna be straight Wildcat. It was gonna be number one at quarterback. Straight Wildcat.
So, speaking of Peach County and this Ginn situation, now I want to speak on the other side. The Perry Panthers. Perry had a phenomenal quarterback. And if you remember Drew, last show that he was on with us, Drew took Perry out of his top 5. And he did that because he said they was losing Armar Gordon, their QB1.
Mm-hmm.
Armar Gordon in 2 years, in 6 of the categories that is kept in the state of Georgia high school records for quarterbacks, he put himself in four of those categories. And that's big.
Yeah.
Now that you have Colter Ginn going over, You just reinvented yourself as being a dominance in 4A all over again. Their whole dynamics had to change when Mark Gordon was graduating. You knew for a fact that Perry had to change their dynamics. They couldn't be that bombs away team that they had been the last 3 to 4 years, putting the ball up, quarterbacks clipsing 3,000 yards a season. That wasn't going to be the case. Now that they have a gunslinger in Jen over there, I see Perry being back on the front. And as a Peach County fan, y'all know I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I'm a rare Peach County fan though, bro, because I used to cheer Perry. And the reason I cheer Perry is because, again, that's like Southwest DeKalb and Cedar Grove. Y'all might hate each other, but dang, you live right across the street from each other. So your relatives might be at Southwest DeKalb just like they at Cedar Grove.
Yeah.
I've had so many little cousins and things come through Perry programs. So I always been a fan of Perry after they play Peach County. You know, you play Peach County, man, I'm finna talk bad about you. After that game, okay, Perry, I hope you do good. Now, because you took my quarterback, because you got your chest poked out so far, you slamming it in your car doors, I got nothing but hate for Perry, man.
Now, what was the name of that quarterback from Perry you were talking about?
Mark Gordon.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put some up on the screen for you to help support, just so folks understand. We talking facts over here. So we talking facts. Let me zoom in on this. So that's where he at right now. State passing yard leader. That's just one. Where we at? I was searching Perry. That's why I was asking you the name. What's this? What category are we looking at? Passing touchdown? Yeah, passing touchdown. Put up 61 in 3 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to say.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. 2 years. Okay. 1 to 2, 2 to 3. All right. Where else he at? What's this? Rushing touchdown? Yeah. Oh, hold on. Passing touchdown in a season.
For a
Man, he put up
season. 31 in one season.
32.
32 in one season.
We ain't gonna short the man now.
Yes, sir.
So that means he put up 31 and 29. We ain't gonna short the man. And then what's this? Touchdowns in a game.
6.
Put up 6 in a game against
Houston County
last year. So we ain't gonna short the man. Trying to see if he come up anywhere.
Now that should be it. Those 4.
Yeah.
4 out of those 6 in 2 years.
Hold on. Oh, what's this? What's this? Passing yards? Yeah, we back to passing yards. Okay,
almost see what he 52?
53-86.
53-86 in 2 years.
Yeah.
So as 2 years starter, this kid got himself in the state record books in 4 of the 6 categories that's kept records on.
Mm-hmm.
So you lost a whole lot in that, and you didn't have nothing that can match that coming up. So they dynamics had to change, bro. But now that they have Colt again, I can see them putting up those kind of numbers and things again.
We gonna see.
Hold on. See, I told you, when you be a Cowboy fan, you get on my bad side. Then I have to think about that you a friend of my cousin sister Jessica, and you a Georgia Bulldog fan, so I let you back in. Tick say they didn't take your quarterback. He left. Tick, they took my quarterback, man. That's like. I mean, it got to be Southwest, because I know Southwest is a rival for a lot of y'all in Macon, Central as well as y'all, if I'm not mistaken. That's like Southwest, man. That's like Johnny Williams, his senior year, going to Southwest, man, to play offensive tackle for them, man. That's what they took him, man.
Dude, you want to see something funny? I'm finna show you something funny. So I'm looking at the coaches list, right? So we knew that this dude right here at Southwood Cab, he was out the door. He was fired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got the boot. At the end of the season, he got the boot. This joker done ended up getting a job at Redan.
Oh
Boy,
wow.
yeah. That dude does not deserve to be coaching nowhere in the Cab County no more.
But let's be real. When it comes to this coaching world, it's just a recycle, man.
Yeah.
You know what
For
I
sure.
mean? Now, let's be honest. Our former OC, who's a fan of the show, we had him on. He's a friend of the show. We had him on and did an interview with him when he first got the Peach County OC job. Ben Bailey, who was named the new head coach of Northside.
Hmm.
Oh, when I tell you Northside, Georgia, when Northside Warner Robin, Georgia was 38 hot behind that hire,
Yeah.
I understood exactly where they was coming from. I understood exactly where they was coming from. You go outside of the house and you bring in somebody when you got qualified candidates that was alumni and knocking on your back door. I respected everything they were saying. But the one thing I can give props to Northside is they reached. They ain't do this quarterback carousel. I'm sorry, this coaching carousel. My thing is this. If you ain't good in one place,
What make you
what
think
make
you're
you
gonna be
think you're
good?
gonna be good, bruh? For real.
I feel you on that one. Hold on
If
real
you know
fast.
this kid, you know this guy at Southwest DeKalb was not, or he was not it. I mean, come on now. We talking about Redan. I think
Yeah.
Redan football program is equivalent to our Madden EA Sport team. Like, who cares? You know, Redan gonna be fighting for baseball championships, state
Anyway,
championships every year.
yeah,
You know
that's
what I
it.
mean? So we know what they about over there. And big old Redan High, man. Great program, predominantly black school that fighting for baseball championships every year. Big ups. But hiring him at the quarterback, at the coach of Redan, man, that's one of them things. Like my brother Dro say, that don't move the needle, bro. They ain't pretty much concerned about no football program over there. Number one,
All
they in
right.
Region 5, and they already know they're not gonna beat the lights. Oh, I'm sorry, they still in y'all region?
No, they
No, they
dropped down to
dropped
2A.
down. Yeah, they
Yeah, they
dropped
dropped down.
down.
Yeah, they got away. Yeah, they ran with the quickness, boy. They ran with the
Yeah,
quickness.
yeah, okay.
The
But
bottom
they're
line
not in
is,
Columbia region, are they? Columbia and
yeah. Hold
so
on, I'm
yeah.
gonna
See,
tell.
it's Columbia. I think it's Callaway and teams like that in that region. Mount Perrin, not Mount Perrin, but the one down in Stockbridge there, Eagles Landing Christian. Ain't all of them in that same region?
Hold on, I'm gonna show you right now.
Yeah, because if that's the case, they said we ain't gonna win the region, so shit, we can bring anybody in here to coach.
Shit, we can stick to baseball like we do.
Yeah, we'll stay at baseball.
So they in 2A Region 5. This is their region right here. Hold on, let me blow it up. Let me blow it
Yeah,
up so
blow
you
it
can
up
see.
so I can see that, bro. And get
Hold
the
on,
duct tape out the screen.
there we go. So this the
Callaway,
region.
Eagles Landing,
It's
Columbia,
Columbia.
Landmark. It's
Lamb.
dead right there.
Hold on. Let me take this banner off so you can see the whole thing. There we go. That's the whole region right there.
Wow, wow. So
What's
yeah,
going
two and
on,
eight
Sister
season.
Kira?
Hey family, how are you guys?
What's going on,
Good.
sis?
Who's that guy? Oh, girl, you coming on some? You coming on somewhere else?
You lost it there.
Okay,
She'll
there
come
we
back.
go.
There we
Nah,
go.
nah, there she go. There she
You
go. She
good,
switched
sis?
platform.
Yeah, I had to log on my computer because I couldn't hear y'all on my phone.
Okay, okay. How you been?
Honey, I've been this motherhood thing is working on me, but I got it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, we glad you're on tonight with us. We just been talking about kind of a miscellaneous of things, man. A lot of things. We just wrapped up the Peach County quarterback transfer. We just was talking about the hiring of Southwest DeKalb coach over to Redan and how they don't really care about football over there. So you want to shed some light on what's going down in South Georgia in the great what they call y'all down there in Thomasville or what?
The Rose City.
The Rose City.
Honey, it's a whole bunch of bull sugar in
Mm-mm.
the city. But and most of the things that we're upset about that's going on probably won't take place until like a year or two from now. But we trying to stop it before it
Before it get there.
takes
Okay.
place. Yeah. We have, y'all know I've been complaining about our athletic director for a while now. And he's, according to the I think it's the school's page or whatever, he's now the assistant head coach.
Wow.
I'm not sure how that's working or what the outcome is gonna be from that, but
I can tell you,
Thomas,
sis. They call that scratch my back, I scratch yours.
well, we've been calling it the good old boy system.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because Thomasville High is predominantly black, and
Mm-hmm.
with the stuff that they got going on, they stand to lose a lot of kids. And for once, I would not be mad if they went to the county,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't win when you're playing dirty. And considering that's where the help is coming from, you got to do right by those kids.
For sure.
But
For sure.
I can say for the upcoming season, just get ready. It's gonna be a show.
That's what's up.
These things that are going on now will not deter us from trying to come back better than we were last season. Mike, don't be playing devil's advocate.
I'm just showing
I
you
know that's
stats.
you.
I'm just showing you stats from last year. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
Number 9, Jay Rand. He made the all-state team, I think. Whatever just came out with them.
Your quarterback?
No, he's the running back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, running back.
Now, what's your quarterback name?
Our quarterback is Cameron Hill. That's him, number 8.
Okay, let's shout out that kid, because I think that kid is like the number 8 freshman in the country.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, let's be real. Juju was number 1. Kid out of California was number 2. But I think Georgia did have 4 kids in the top 10, and Thomasville quarterback was 1. So shout out that kid.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's and he has an awesome support system. You know, it starts at home, and his parents and their village have done a wonderful job raising them up. Like it's him as a freshman now, and then his brother is coming next year. So we have a lot to look forward to. We just got to make sure everything works out among the staff or whatever. But the talent is for sure there. And I have no doubt in Thomasville's abilities to prove everybody wrong again this upcoming season.
Okay. Shan, baby, you back?
I am back. I was warming up me some food.
Okay. We got our little sister in speaking about the situation going on down in Thomasville.
Okay. I had to get off real quick. I had to touch base with my pastor.
There you go.
Amen.
Now, Thirst, what you got up? You still showing stats from last year on Thomasville?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't think we didn't lose a lot to graduation. So
Oh, okay. So y'all didn't have a lot of seniors?
no.
Oh, that's good. So y'all be returning a lot of experience then.
Yes.
And see, I'll go to say this, and this is not a shot at you all, sis. It's just, I hear a lot of people say, we didn't lose a lot. Let me just clarify that with a lot of people to know one thing. It's a difference in losing a lot and losing key players.
Exactly.
You know, I hear so many people saying, we didn't lose a lot. And I'm not speaking on Thomasville again, because let's be real, Thomasville's core, your specialty guys and your quarterback, and that's all that coming back. So that ain't what I'm speaking on. When guys have something to tell me, we ain't lose nothing but our quarterback. Yeah, but your quarterback counted for 90% of your offense.
Right.
That big. That's big. Like I hear people say that all the time, and I just wanted to clarify that when you just said that, sister. No, it's a difference when you haven't lost a lot, but you lose a key positions. I mean, Peach, we lost a couple of guys, but guess what? Those guys were key positions. We losing our safety, who was the leader of the defense. We losing our defensive lineman. It was the same way in a couple of years when we lost Shan's guy that kept that defense and them linebackers together. You know, when you lose that type of person, it does make a difference. So, you know, I interrupt, little sis. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just want to say that before all these people be talking about we didn't lose a lot. I don't care if you lost two guys. If you're running back, your quarterback, and your receiver, and they counted for all of your offense, you lost a lot. When Darty lose Cam Davis, I don't want to hear nothing about we ain't lose nothing but Cam Davis, because Cam Davis is Darty.
85% of your offense.
Right.
We ready to welcome Cam to Tallahassee.
I heard that. I hope he changed his mind to be a Bulldog, but we ain't gonna speak on that.
Hey, man, he come to Georgia. He got to play running back.
Well, that's what he's gonna play anyway, and he got the body, he got the ability. I think that kid is an athlete, can play on anywhere on the field. I.e. Malachi Starks, you know, who played quarterback, kick return.
And isn't
safety.
Georgia about to nail the 2024 quarterback,
Oh yeah,
top
Yeah.
quarterback? So
Yeah.
yeah, he needs to play another position.
yeah, he'll definitely play another position. But yeah, we stacked that quarterback. You know, it's hard to say any hole that need to be filled at the great University of Georgia right now. You know.
Yeah,
Y'all
no.
lost 3 key players. I know Johnny was one. I think you all lost. I don't know. Did you lose your quarterback? Because let's be honest, Tick, your offense, big offensive line with Nick Warford in the backfield. So with Nick returning, if you can replace a Johnny Williams and that offensive line, anybody up there that you lost, I can see Northeast still being okay, especially in their region and in the 2A. What about you, Thirsty? 'Cause I know
No,
you talk
Pierce.
about y'all
No.
return, but I know losing the likes of your Ricky Lee and your Barrett Jackson, those guys were your offense and defense, man.
Dog,
I think you and I think you and Sandy Creek take a hit this year.
Well, we had this type of conversation every year.
I
And
told
what
you, I
happened?
told you
We
what they gonna
reload.
do. They don't
All we
probably
do is
already looked
reload.
at who they gonna replace from a different county.
I ain't
All
from
we
a
do is
different county.
reload.
They in the same county. They were just a different school, baby. I bet y'all went to Cab and
Homegrown in DeKalb County.
I bet they mad. Y'all already got the roster filled.
Huh?
Y'all already got the roster filled.
Huh? Oh, we said we got to figure out. Oh, we said we got to figure out how to get this money by tomorrow.
Yep. You got to figure out how to get this money by tomorrow, huh?
Right.
You heard me. I got to figure out. Mike, well, you can sell your car, Mike.
Boy, stop.
Y'all look, turning all that tax money. Y'all get everybody ready.
No, we just gonna. No, you know we got some NFL money coming in. We're gonna have another NFL kid on the roster on the donate some money. We'll be all right. Hopefully he get drafted on the second day.
Coming out of
Arkansas.
Okay.
Cause you know he got his invite to the combine, so
Okay. Yeah, and the kid is very talented, but you know, I don't hate any kid, but man,
you hate
I
that kid,
still
huh?
have nightmares about that kid making that catch, man. But you know what? People talk about the catch, bro, but I'm gonna go before the catch. I got nightmares about them kicking that ball to that kid and him running the ball back to the 10-yard line. Like, man, if Peach County kicked that ball anywhere besides the Jalen Hazelwood, man, we hoisted another trophy, man. So shout out Jalen Hazelwood, man. Good luck in the combine.
Yeah, because he posted his combine letter up last week. That his invite letter he got. So good to see him going. Because I was kind of hoping he would have stayed for another year to build his resume up, but you know I get it, man. You got the opportunity to go get this money. Go get it.
Now let's be real.
Yeah.
Um, what does it take to make the NFL? A great
And my
combine workout, a great pro day. I mean,
one of
if you're
those that
playing at a
well,
Power
okay.
Five conference, we
One of
already
those
know you have
yeah,
the ability to play. We know you
yeah.
got talent.
But that's the thing though. Either one can get you. Either one's gonna help you out. Combine or the pro day. Because you're doing the same thing at both for the
At
most
both.
part anyway. So either one is gonna help you out. All you gotta do, if you have a good combine, ain't no need to have a pro day. You got a
No,
bad
right.
combine, you got a
Yeah.
bad combine, go have a good
You
pro
need to
day.
have a pro day. Yeah.
My only
Yeah,
thing is, and me and my partner had this discussion. When it comes to skill position players, all that really matters is your 40 time.
Thank you.
If Hazelwood can go into that combine and run a 4.5 or better, he gone by the second day.
Okay, now let's back up just 1 second. Give me Hazelwood measurements. What are you, 6'3", 6'4",
Hold
about
on, hold on.
220?
Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me pull them up real fast.
but
Now,
most of these colleges, their programs are setting these guys up for the combine,
yes,
preparing
they
them.
are. Yes,
And
ma'am.
they're preparing them in ways that they want them at the size. If the NFL is looking at you in the position of a linebacker to be 225, 230 and have some speed, that's what these colleges should be doing. Not every
Mm-hmm.
college is doing that. But
Mm-hmm.
I can say, where my son at, that's where they put you at. If this is the
Yeah.
position you're gonna be playing, they're gonna put you at the weight where the NFL wants you. So
There you
at the
go.
end of your 4 years, you are already ready and prepared, to be, entering that combine where they want to see you at. It ain't gonna take nothing for them to get you there or whatever. Your skill sets are already in place because they work on that on a daily basis. So, shout out to these colleges who are preparing these kids for the combine. Like Georgia did an outstanding job last year. All of their participants in the combine did very well, and it showed when they went in the first round in the draft last year.
So so Hazelwood's measurement as of right now, 6'3", 213. All right.
You said 213.
Yeah, 6'3", 213.
Okay.
Shan.
Hey, Zaria. Hey, baby. TT miss you. I miss you. I'm gonna have to sing you something for Valentine's Day.
So, okay. Oh, my boy just texted me, Mike, and I agree with him. He
hmm
listened to us YouTube. Shout out Eddie Gary, Perry, Georgia.
What's
Them
up,
boys,
Mr. Gary?
hey, them boys putting in work, man. I got to be honest. They putting in work. They just leaving the workout now. Say Kearis Jackson will go before Jalen Hazelwood. And I totally agree with that. And I'm going to tell you why. It ain't even the Peach County ties. One thing people need to understand about Kearis, he's going to run a sub 4.5. We talking probably mid 4.4s or less.
hmm
He's going to probably have a top bench out of all wide receivers. The
Okay.
kid throws shot put and ran all of your sprints in high school.
Okay.
Broad jumps, he's going to destroy.
hmm
I like Hazelwood's size, 6'3", 213, you say?
hmm
Man, that's a little light for a 6'3" receiver, though.
Nah,
But it's
no, it
not
ain't.
bad for
Not,
it's not bad.
not really. That's more than I thought, because you look at people like AJ Green when he got drafted into the NFL. He
About
was about
220.
he about six. He 220 now, but before he got to the NFL, he was about 6'3", and he probably about 205 when he first came in. So
And he was stupid fast too. So yeah, I can see where you're going. I don't know. I guess it's because of today's wide receivers. When you're looking at your AJ Browns, your Julio Jones, your Metcalfs, they coming out 220, 225 now at that 6'3", 6'4" range.
Mhm.
So, but I love that size though. At that 6'3", that's what you
But
want.
here's the thing: Drake London. Drake London is 6'4", 214.
I know. I thought he was about 220.
That's when he came. Okay, I'm gonna say when he came into the league, 6'4", 214 is what Drake London was at.
Huh. And that was first round.
Yeah,
Now
but
here's
we talking
my
Drake
thing.
London though. We talking Drake London, who
Yeah,
was
for
number
sure.
one receiver at USC.
At USC for sure. Now here's my thing when I talk about that combine play and or a pro day.
Hmm.
I'll go back about 4 years ago. Everybody declaring for the draft. Miko Hardman decide I'm going to the NFL. First thing I said, no, Miko, don't do it. First off,
Yep.
Miko is under 6 foot. We agree?
Yep. But he
Miko
fast as shit though. But he was fast.
fast as shit. Miko go to the combine and run sub 4.4s, 4.3 and some change, and Miko going in second, third round. So that's the point that I'm saying. If you go back and look at his college career, yeah, he might take the top off. Arian Smith, that type stuff. A.D. Mitchell, a couple of games you see him take the top off and he go deep, but he wasn't just that number one receiver, catching everything you throw his way type receiver. But that speed at that combine got him in the NFL, and he's latched on, and he's doing your jet sweeps and your slot receiver roles and stuff like that. So that's
Now,
why I say you make a good statement, a good 40 time at that combine, you getting drafted.
Now, this is what I do want to add to this. Okay, when you're talking about Miko Hardman, when you're talking about Kearis Jackson, one thing you're leaving out that is very important: they return kicks.
Yes, sir.
So Hazelwood returned kicks in high school. He never did it in college, though.
Yeah, let's
That's the
be
thing.
real. You're not finna have a 6'3", 215
Back there returning
kid back
kicks.
there returning kicks. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and that's the difference between the two.
Yeah.
Is Jackson displayed his kick return ability. Granted, he lost the job to McConkey, but still,
On the punt return.
yeah, he displayed kick return abilities, whereas Hazelwood did not at the college level. That's what's going to separate the two. That's the only thing that's going to separate the two. Outside of that,
I disagree.
hold on. Let me finish.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Outside of that, Hazelwood is a better receiver than Kearis Jackson. The thing Kearis has is the speed over Hazelwood. If you compare the two, you would say Hazelwood is a possession type receiver, and you would say Kearis Jackson is a speed receiver. That's it. So now you got to figure out what do you want or need for your particular system as an NFL team. You want speed or you want possession? Because
I respect that.
Hazelwood is going to go up and attack the ball. Kearis Jackson doesn't do that. Kearis Jackson is more like a body catcher like Tyreek Hill.
Now, see, that's why I'm finna interrupt you before you steal my thunder. Panel, I need a vote. All listeners, please comment on this. I need a vote. You start your franchise tomorrow. Do you take Tyreek Hill or do you take Jefferson out of Minnesota?
I know for me, I'm gonna take Tyreek Hill. I'm gonna take Tyreek Hill because I can use them both in the slot and for kick returns. So I got two players in one. That's just me. Not knowing what you're gonna get, not knowing you're drafting based on projection, what you think these guys are gonna be able to do. I'm taking Tyreek Hill because I can use him at both positions, kick return and slot.
Sam?
What's Jefferson size?
He's about what you calling Jalen Hazelwood. You agree, Thursday? He about 6'3", about 220.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you his measurements. And we talking. Man, what's Jefferson's first name?
It started with a J, though. I don't know why I want to say something like.
I don't know.
Justin
Uh,
Jefferson. Justin Jefferson.
Is it?
Jeff-
Come on, all
Justin
you
Jeff,
young help.
it is Justin. Justin
Justin.
Jefferson.
all right,
Okay.
got it. Okay.
Chick say he's taking
Justin Jefferson,
Jefferson.
6'1", 203.
6'1", 203.
Yeah.
Mm,
Shakira.
I get what Mike's saying on both sides, but I think I'll take Jefferson.
Okay. Shakira.
I'm trying to Google stats real quick.
No. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. We ain't don't look at stats. We're drafting these kids like an NFL team do off projection. What we think they're gonna be able
Projection,
to do.
yeah,
Yeah,
for their position.
yeah. What we think they're gonna do. Cause that's how they draft.
Okay, so what's Tyreek Hill size?
What?
Tyreek.
5'10".
He 5'10", but he the fastest dude in the NFL though.
I think I'm gonna go with speed.
See, thank you.
Tyreek is 5'10", 185.
Okay.
That's Tyreek. 5'10", 185.
Now here's my thing, bro. Just hear me out on this.
Okay.
Jerry Rice, 4'5", 4'6". Steve Largent, Lance Allworth. I'm talking about Michael Irvin. All your big, great possession receivers are the old. That's what you wanted. Today's NFL in this spread offense, you
want
gotta have somebody that can get behind them quarterbacks, man. Give me speed all day in this today's NFL.
I can't say that. At the same, see, that's my thing though. You got to add
But
route running to that. When you talk about today's
Yeah.
NFL, you got to have route runner. Who's the better route runner? Hazelwood's
Right.
the better route runner.
And you got
Jefferson.
you gotta have somebody
Jackson.
who's you gotta have somebody who's gonna be gonna be money
At
every
that spot.
time.
Who's gonna
Yep.
be at the spot when I need them to be? And that's gonna be Hazelwood. Hazelwood's gonna be at that spot because he's a better route runner.
Oh, let me tell you something. Kearis Jackson is a slot receiver. I don't care what you say. Ain't no receiver better than a slot receiver when it comes to running routes. Because guess what? You got to run through traffic. You got a linebacker. You got safeties. You got all of this you got to deal with playing in that slot. When you on that V and that X and you on that outside receiver.
You might well kill that point right there. You might well kill that point right there because in today's NFL offense, you got to learn X, Y, and Z. Ain't no telling where you're going to line up at. That's what I'm saying.
But your number one, let's be real, bro. Let's be real. Your X receiver, your number one receiver, today's NFL, he may know those roles, but you tell me it's only been a couple receivers that they move and put them in the slot to kind of free them up from that coverage because you want that mismatch. You want them on a linebacker or a safety.
Look at Kansas City.
You're gonna put your best receiver in position to have the advantage. My thing is, you could take, I don't care, look at the 49ers or look at Seattle Seahawks. I don't care which one you want to do. Them two dudes out there, Metcalf and what's the kid at the 49ers? 18. Debo. You can put them anywhere on the field. X, Y, Z, running back. It don't matter. You're gonna put them in a position to have the advantage. That's what today's offense is about. Yes. And then on top of that, you got to make sure, regardless of where they're at, that hot receiver or your hot read, however you want to phrase it, is going to be where they're supposed to be when the quarterback needs to release that ball.
And that's coming
route running.
And that's coming from your slot because your X and your Y, your top receivers are not going to be your hot routes. Your hot routes are going to be your slots and your tight ends. You're running plays for your top receivers. You're running plays for them. If they're covered or you coming in on a blitz, you want that slot guy to be able to run a route. You want that tight end to be able to free itself from that line to be able to turn around quick on them hot routes. So if you got a guy playing that slot, that guy know how to find seams and cracks and sit down. He know how to catch the ball and turn 5 yards into 30. A possession receiver, you might have him catching 10, 12 balls a game, but they 10, 15 yards. And he's tackled because he's big and can go up and attack the ball and snatch it out the air, but he ain't breaking away from the corner.
So I want to make sure okay, man. I finna cut through all the BS, all the red tape. Are we trying to make a bet on who's gonna get drafted first?
Yeah, I got a ball of brown.
Shit, shit. Hey, make it
You
lie on
mean,
yourself,
you
yo.
mean you and Yo trying to make a bet?
Hold on,
I got a
yo.
ball of brown and a nice pack of sticks for you.
Oh, and I got the same in return. We're gonna leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of draft, congratulations to Jay Ward from Colquitt County, who's going to the draft, and congratulations to D Walker, my cousin, who's going to the draft out of Texas Commerce.
Big ups, kids. Big up.
They're both out of Colquitt.
There we go. Shakira, y'all got anybody out of Thomasville this year?
I missed the question other than you calling my name.
Any Thomasville alumni going into the draft?
No, not that I know of.
So, if I'm starting a franchise, don't get me wrong. Well, let's just be real. We know what Jalen Hazelwood can do. We've seen his high school as well as his college career. We know what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Jackson. You didn't see that as much. You saw spurts. You saw, like you said, the ability to return kicks with that speed and things like that. But like I told you, what's going to separate them that's going to allow Kieras to be taken before Jalen Hazelwood
Mm-hmm.
is going to be combine, man. I can
Yeah.
guarantee, and I can put another
Well,
Brown on
they
this.
both gonna be there. They both gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh man, I like your name there, babe. Football mom.
Oh yeah.
I just witnessed that.
Man, what the heck? I can't even get this article to I'm trying to
Now,
get this article to load up right now that's showing all the Georgia high school football players in this upcoming draft.
it's probably 60% of them. Let's be real.
Nah, what it is, the site keep coming up with something. It keep coming up with something, but it ain't displaying it. Like it
Okay.
want me to accept cookies or something. So I can't.
Now let's talk about the draft right now. Who has that number one pick? Chicago Bears?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Houston Texans. Shout out Lovie Smith, man. Lovie Smith went out and won that last game, so that knew he was gonna get fired. He won that last game, and that snatched that number one pick from him. Gave it to Chicago. Shout out Lovie. You keep mistreating people, it come back and bite you in the butt, Houston Texans. But if you Chicago Bears, because I'm just gonna be honest, I heard this, and I think this is the dumbest conversation I ever heard when it comes to football. I heard them say, trade Justin Fields and draft Bryce Young.
What? Are they crazy?
Babe,
They
when I
still
heard that,
need an offensive line.
thank you. Here's my thing. Now, I got a question since you said that, bro. Do you draft Jalen Carter at number one at the defensive tackle?
Whoa, what the heck going on there?
Or do you trade your number one pick down for more and build up your offensive line?
Me personally,
and more weapons.
They need an
around.
O-line.
nah, here's my thing. And this is what I'm gonna put it like this. Shucks, I forgot who it was. Who is it that is it Carolina? I'm trying to trade with Carolina and get their 2 first-round draft picks and pick up some offensive line play.
That's see, my whole thing is I'm trading that number one spot for a couple of picks. I'm shearing up offensive line as well as some receivers for Justin Fields, and he's becoming my franchise quarterback.
Shit, I'll even trade with the Houston Texans that takes a 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick. Because Houston got the second and the 12th pick.
Now, who did the 12th pick come from?
The 12th pick came from Cleveland when they
For the
traded
Deshaun
Deshaun as part of that
Watson.
Deshaun
No,
Watson
it
trade. Because you got to remember, the Texans got the 2022, the 2023, and the 2024 first round pick, plus the 2023 third round pick and the
did.
2024 fourth round pick from
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, they did in that deal, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But at the same time, though, don't sleep on Carolina because Carolina got a bunch of picks from San Francisco.
Okay. Now, I know for the McCaffrey trade, but let me just say this right here. Carolina Panthers are in the NFC South, but I kind of give them some leeway. I don't dislike them as much as I do Tampa and New Orleans. Carolina
Fact.
Panthers,
Fact.
go sit in the corner. Go sit in the corner.
Keep doing what you're
Because
doing.
you were last in the division. You fire your coach. You bring in an interim coach. Your interim coach is a black guy. Your interim coach win you enough games to where you're fighting for the division to make the playoffs. Guess what you do? You don't give him the job. You give it to Frank Wright, who was just fired from his head coaching position in Indiana. That stuff right there is what bothers me. That bothers me because Frank Wright couldn't do his job in Indiana. You see what your interim coach can do and how the kids rallied around him, that team rallied around him to go on all kind of win streaks, to almost make the playoffs, and you don't even give him the job. But the 49ers, but the 49ers should be hiring him as their defensive coordinator. So big ups to him for that. Carolina Panthers, go sit in the corner.
But yeah, I trade my number one pick, man. But the only way I'm trading, you got to have 2 first round picks. I need them because I'm trying to build my offensive line because that's what Chicago needs. That offense, get that offensive line together.
I agree
Stop getting
because
Justin Fields killed.
and here's my thing, Mike, what I was saying. No offensive lineman from tackle guard, even if somebody gonna play center, no offensive lineman is qualified for the number 1 or the number 2 pick. Do you not agree?
I agree.
I agree. Totally agree.
So I don't trade with Houston because now you're reaching. You get the 2 and the 11th. Now, number 1, I don't trade that number 2 and 11 pick for the number 1 pick if I'm Houston anyway. That's first off.
All depends on, well, you know what though, Houston going for a quarterback.
They're going for a quarterback. We
I don't
understand
care how you
that.
spend it. Yeah.
Now, you tell me, is giving up that number 11 pick worth one or the other? Bryce Young, who are the top? Will Levis and
I'm paying top.
CJ Stroud.
I'm paying top dollar for Bryce Young. I'm sorry.
CJ Stroud gonna be a better pro than Bryce Young any day. I'm just gonna be honest.
I think so too.
So,
man, I'm sorry. Ain't no tell me one Ohio State quarterback that has played in the NFL and started for more than 4 years. 4 years in a row.
Justin Fields will be that.
4 years in a row.
I said will be that.
You think so?
Yeah,
man, he better. If Chicago
of the guard.
If Chicago don't do what he need to do, he ain't gonna last 4 years.
I'm not an Ohio State fan by any means necessary.
Me neither.
Number 3 behind Florida, Alabama, and then it's Ohio State. Let me just go ahead and clarify that part. Number 2, it's a changing of the guard, man. The quarterbacks coming out of Ohio State, the last 2, Justin Fields, CJ Stroud, they're gonna be okay. They're going to be okay. And the point is, Houston got number 2. If you want Bryce Young and you worried about Chicago trading it away, because Chicago ain't going to take Bryce Young, I ain't no way I'm giving up my number 2 and my number 11 pick just to pick Bryce Young. Because if you take Bryce Young at number 1, because you got to trade that pick away for Chicago, there's no way you losing by just taking CJ Stroud at 2 and coming back and doing something else at 11.
I don't think he's going to go at 1.
Oh, no. Jalen Carter should definitely be the draft unless you trade. If Chicago trade out somebody looking for a quarterback, Chicago will probably get the entire draft or Mike Dicker trade. But If Chicago keep that number one, it'll be Jalen Carter. And the Bulldogs will have 2 defensive tackles, linemen going number
In the first
one
round.
back-to-back years.
Number one overall, yeah.
Yes. We do that.
I
We do
mean,
that.
we know that's what's gonna happen. We know that's what's gonna happen, but Chicago would be smart to trade back and get multiple picks and build up that offensive line.
Definitely. I
That's
want
it.
offensive
That's
linemen.
what they need.
Yes.
Because give Justin Fields an offensive line to do what the kid do.
Guess
Because
what?
we already know what he's capable of.
I'm trying to get me 2 picks around that mid 10 to 20 range. I'm going after offensive linemen, and you know who I'll be loving to see? Bring Big O to Chicago. Because let's be honest, we already know Big O ain't nothing but a tackle with unfoundable abilities. We already know he ain't nothing but an offensive tackle playing tight end. What, he 6'7", 290 or something?
Something
What's
like that.
What's his mate? You ain't got it.
But my dang on internet right now acting stupid.
Somebody on it, you probably sharing it and don't even know it.
Nah, ain't nobody on it, cause boy, you got this password. You're a good hacker.
What's
What's the question again now?
What's Big O measurements?
Oh, shit. What's the last name?
Darnell, the tight end for Georgia, Darnell
Oh, down there in Washington.
Washington,
Oh man, Washington 6'7", 269.
269. So this what I'm saying. If you bring in an offensive tackle and you bring in Big O in the 20 of 21 pick, because he projected first round, we know that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the outlet and the blocking that you just gave Justin Fields.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you. The problem is they ain't gonna trade back because they want to hold on to that number one pick and get Carter.
But what your defense gonna do for you when your quarterback on their back or running for his life every snap?
Not a damn thing. But that's what Chicago. But that's Chicago's dumb butt.
So Chicago will falcon us some stuff too, huh, Shane?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Chicago be on that bull.
Sugar. And you wasn't on, but when our sister got on tonight, our little sister got on tonight. She just got us update on her mother duties and stuff and all of that. And we asked about Thomasville, and I just put the biggest smile on my face when she said, "Say it again. What's going on in Thomasville, little sis?"
Kira.
I'm back. I only heard my name.
What's going on in Thomasville? A whole lot of what?
Bull sugar.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you.
She brought the saying out when she said that, but I put the biggest smile on my face, boy, because I'm speaking that to my kids now, saying that bull sugar.
Bull sugar.
It's definitely some bull sugar, believe me.
Yeah, it is what it is. But man, hey, we got 2 minutes left in this show. I'm appreciate. I do want to say thank y'all for coming on, keeping me company tonight, having this great conversation.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it's getting a little close to bedtime for me. My eyes getting a little heavy.
That ain't from the sleep. That's from the brown.
Yeah, true that. And the
Right.
and the food. But I will say though, Sister Kiera, it's nice to have you on. Hear your voice today. Ain't heard you in a while.
I know. Good to be back, sis.
Glad you had the opportunity to come on tonight and join us.
I know. Glad to have her on when she on.
I wouldn't have
Yeah.
missed it.
Yeah. We're going to have to get we're going to have to call in and get you more sick days on Wednesdays.
Well, I got my schedule changed. So I'm back on days. So I shouldn't miss no more.
Okay, good.
There we go.
Appreciate you.
Hey, sis, stay on too when we go backstage, man. I want to get at you about that weekend.
Okay, bet.
Uh-huh. Hey man, I know we get ready to get off, man. Shout out to my podcast crew, man. I love y'all, man. It's good to be back talking to y'all. Thirst, man, we got to get up, man. I came through. I started to stop by and holler at you last week Thursday, but I was kind of running. It was raining and stuff.
Oh.
So miss Shan not being in here, man, especially with everything going on in Fort Valley, Georgia right now. We sure need you down here. But shout out the mighty Trojans, man. We're looking forward to the next year, new coaching staff. I know it's early, but still, I'll start from now on up to the start of the season, just wishing everybody a healthy and productive season this year coming up. I will say that every day when we're getting off this podcast. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. I go through withdrawals when I don't have football, so I see it coming on now. So just bear with me.
It's okay. We understand. We understand. USFL starts up in April. It's something.
And I'm gonna go get my dog.
And then you
out
got
the
spring
closet.
games coming up. College spring games will be coming up too in the spring. So, and shout out to Yale football because their spring game, April 22nd, they will be receiving their rings as the Ivy League champions of 2022.
Shout out, Yale. EP.
Well, if it ain't the EP.
Oh,
I know. You know,
extra point.
Well, what's good?
Look, and since we turning our cameras on, hold on.
Oh.
What's up, nephew?
There
What's
you
up,
go.
nephew?
Little chocolate cell. Oh my goodness. Look at them cheeks. Look at them cheeks. He eat good.
Yeah,
He eats more than good.
Look, future linebacker right there, Thomasville Bulldogs.
exactly.
If they don't get
And
their
I
bull
got-
sugar together, he will not be.
I gotta let it meet his cousin brother.
Oh, where Mari at?
Look, say hi. Look,
Yeah, babies gonna be playing against each other.
Yep.
say hi.
They gonna be rivals on the field and brothers off the field.
Oh, you get them. Look, y'all, if you're just joining our podcast, these babies was born like matter of what, days apart?
Days apart.
So, you know,
They are the
two of our
podcast
members on our
babies.
podcast. Yeah. So these are our future little players for Thomasville Bulldogs and the Peach County Trojans.
One of them gonna be a Saint.
Mike, don't get jealous and go make you one now.
Yeah, you ain't gotta
You
worry
ain't
about
gotta
that.
worry about Mike. You gotta worry about EP up there making
Oh
one.
yeah, EP, you too. So ain't getting that itch. Be on gonna make one.
Hey, where little niece went? Shakira, the lady of the house.
Come.
That's the boss lady, honey. That's the boss
Yeah,
lady.
ball lady
Hey,
right
boss lady.
Hey, that little-
Hey, boss lady. Look at her. She said, I'm on camera. Oh, some cuties. Oh my goodness.
I sure do appreciate y'all knowing that. That was I love that.
I
That's what
know.
it's
Way
all
to
about
end
right
the
there.
show with them cuties.
Football, family, and God. That's what it's about.
That's it,
Yeah.
bro.
Look, next Wednesday we'll be talking about the Super Bowl, of course. So, you know, get your thoughts in, you know, those who out there placing your bets or whatever, don't be flip-flopping.
Y'all just don't know how bad the withdrawals is, not being able to go on social media.
Give in, bro. Give in to it. Come on back, bro. We need you.
Look, just go on and pray for the release and then come on back on.
It's hard. I'm gonna try to, you know.
Hey, real quick, Mo. All y'all listeners that's listening, man. Next Wednesday is just a segment that I wanted to bring out, man. Y'all, we're gonna shout out ballers. Everybody, just comment your baller and your buster from the Super Bowl. Who balled out and who you thought was gonna ball out that didn't ball out. So ballers and busters will be what you put in your comment on next week's show. So pay attention to the Super Bowl. on next week Wednesday, y'all give us y'all ballers of the game and give us y'all busters of the game.
And make your predictions. We'll put that on in the group page. Make your predictions. What you think the score going to be?
For sure.
And following that, the following Wednesday, I'm gonna need y'all to lift me up. So yeah. That part.
Yeah, well, our EP will be going and having surgery, so we ask that you guys send your positive vibes and prayers his way.
Appreciate you.
For sure. On that note, anybody got anything else?
No, do your peace out. A-Town down. Do your little thing,
Yeah,
child.
A-Town down, Folk Valley up.
Peace up, A-Town down. Y'all
Good
have a good
evening,
one.
guys.
All right.
See you next week.
Yep.
Tune in. This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment, and Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke don't worry about Pepsi. I had to go see a man about a meal.
Look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
Better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a label.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
Man, why I can't end the broadcast?
And the show, man.
I'm trying.